Part 1. The Childhood of Ed Gein. Ed Gein was born in 1906 in La Crosse County, Wisconsin. The world outside the farmhouse was small, rural, quiet. Fields stretched for miles, broken only by winding dirt roads and the occasional farmhouse. For most children, this might have been a place of freedom, but for Ed, it became a place of isolation. His mother, Augusta, was a domineering figure. Religious, strict, and unyielding, she believed that the world was full of sin, temptation, and corruption. She told her children that everything outside their home was dangerous, that women could not be trusted, that men were weak and morally corrupt, and she insisted that they follow her teachings without question. Ed's father, George, was a different story. Weak, alcoholic, and largely absent, he had little control over the household. Augusta dismissed him constantly, calling him a sinner, a failure, a man unfit to lead. Ed and his older brother Henry grew up under her shadow, absorbing her lessons, her fears, her judgments. George's presence mattered little. His absence mattered less. The children were isolated from the town. They rarely attended school. They were forbidden from socializing. Their play was limited to chores, farm work, and occasional supervised activity. Neighbors would sometimes see the boys in town, awkward, polite, yet distant. Their eyes always seemed alert, watching, but never fully engaging. For Ed, the farmhouse was everything. Its walls, its rooms, its rules were all-encompassing. Augusta's voice echoed through the halls constantly, reminding them of sin, of danger, of the world outside. Every meal, every task, every moment carried her scrutiny, and Ed learned to obey, to listen, to internalize her lessons. Yet, within this strict environment, seeds of curiosity began to form. Ed noticed the dead animals left behind from hunting trips. He studied them quietly, fascinated by their structure, by their forms, by the way bodies could be preserved. It was a morbid interest, but a quiet one that went unnoticed, even encouraged by Augusta's obsession with death, sin, and punishment. Life was a mixture of fear and routine, fear of punishment, fear of sin, fear of women, routine of chores, prayers, and obedience. This became Ed's world, a world where isolation and devotion shaped the foundation of his mind. Henry, older by 7 years, sometimes questioned Augusta's strictness. Ed, younger, absorbed her word as truth. He idolized her, he obeyed her without hesitation. And in that obedience, a bond formed that would define his entire life. By the time Ed reached adolescence, he was already shaped by these experiences. He was withdrawn, quiet, yet deeply attentive to the moral and spiritual lessons Augusta drilled into him. He learned the boundaries of the world, the rules of sin and virtue, the dangers of curiosity, and he learned that the outside world was corrupt, immoral, dangerous. In that small, isolated farmhouse surrounded by fields, woods, and the relentless Wisconsin wind, Ed Gein's childhood was forged. It was a childhood defined by fear, devotion, and isolation, a childhood that would leave him vulnerable to obsession, to fascination, to fantasy. And in time, those early years, those rules, those fears would become the foundation for acts that no one could have imagined.